What's up and welcome to a difficulty class video? I know, this is weird and totally not the third time that I've tried doing this and never posted any of them because I didn't like how they go. Hi, I'm Trevor. I'm from the Difficulty Class Podcast in case you didn't know that. If you found your way here without me posting on Twitter or talking about it on the show, congratulations. You are amazing to me. But yeah, so I'm going to talk about the Curse of Strahd Revamped edition that recently came out that I could not stop myself from getting, despite the fact that I've already run Curse of Strahd and finished that campaign. But, you know, this is pretty, and, you know, we might find another use for it. Who knows? So yeah, Wizards of the Coast announced this revamped edition earlier this year and was like, hey, it's going to come out in October, just in time for spooky season. And I'm like, cool, it's got some stuff in it. It's got a cool box. You know, it'll probably be, you know, about this big and whatnot, and I can put it on my shelf and it'll look cool. And then this arrives at my door. This is a big box. This is a very big, I don't know why I showed it to you that way. It's just right. Yeah, look at the amazing cardboard. It's pretty, like it definitely is. But I can't even get this whole thing in frame. That's how big this is. Like, let me try it that way. Yeah, just I don't want to touch my camera because it's very precariously held there. So yeah, this is what arrived at my door this week, and after the moment of, holy crap, that thing's freaking huge, the immediate emotion I had was, I need to bust this open right now. So I did do that, just as a heads up, but also you don't have to see me crinkling any plastic or doing stuff like that and whatnot. So let's get into this box. As you can see, it is shaped like a coffin, because Strahd. And then you take the lid off, and what do you find? Strahd! Let me get him down there. This is probably one of the funniest damn things I've ever seen that I absolutely love, and I'm so happy they did. To make it even better, when you flip this thing over, it's got a stat block on it. I do want to know who's going to use the stat block in their game. Who's just like, all right, Strahd has appeared. Okay, go ahead and swing to hit. Nope, that didn't hit his AC. It's ridiculous. It's over the top, and I love it. And I'm not even gonna do anything with it. I'm gonna leave it in this box. It's gonna be here every time I open it. It's gonna make me smile every time. Underneath that, we get into the real parts of this book. Well, box, whatnot. I didn't plan out this video as a heads up. I just kind of went and did it because that's how I got into podcasting, so why not videos? So I don't really know where to begin here. Let's go ahead, let's take a look at the little stuff first. Let's do that. So this is the little things extra in here. So these are postcards from different parts of Barovia. And what's really cool is that there's actually 3 of each. So if you want, you could send some to your players to be like, hey, we're going to be doing this. Here's like a little thing from Barovia to get you in the mood. Or you can, make a collage out of them, which is what my wife and I are probably going to do. But I love the fact that they gave you 3 of each. So we got, let me move this so you can see it a little bit better. Not a lot of room on my desk. We got Barovia. We'll get that out of the light. Then we got the Old Bone Grinder. The St. Markovia Abbey, and then Death House, because why not? If you listen to our review about Curse of Strahd, you know how much I don't like this place. Anywho, again, I love that they added this in there. They did not need to do it at all, but it's a fun little thing. And yeah, so let's go on to the next thing, which is the Taroka deck. So beforehand, you could actually buy this deck on its own. It was a little bit smaller, and you could buy it separately from the book, and because it does actually come into play in this book. You do need a deck of cards unless you just pick. You could just do that. Okay, you don't need it, but one of the fun things that you can do is you have a deck of cards or the Taroka deck, and it helps you figure out where stuff is during the campaign. So they included one in this set, and it is much larger than the other one. You know what? I'm actually gonna, oh god, lift this heavy freaking thing and put it right there. Okay. So the Taroka deck, like I said, is bigger. I actually have the other one. I should have grabbed it, but I didn't. Oh well, you don't need to see comparison. And in here we've got some cards. They originally said it was going to be tarot card sized. These are not tarot card sized, but that's okay. They're big, they're pretty, and they got this artwork on it that your players are going to be able to hold and look at. Well, I mean, okay, maybe not right now with COVID, but eventually. My favorite thing about these cards is plainly the back. It is shiny. Let me see if I can actually get it to focus. Will you focus? I gotta do the thing. I've never done this before. Focus, you jerk. Well, it's got two ravens on it, and it's got this metallic finish on it that you can kind of see reflecting there. And I absolutely love it, mainly because it doesn't say Taroka deck on it. It doesn't say Dungeons and Dragons on it. It doesn't say anything on it other than just the information, the symbols, and the back. I love the simplicity of it. I love the fact that it feels more in-world when you have it at the table. So, that's the Taroka deck. Now, bringing the box back. Down here, we've got the actual adventure and stuff for really running the game. So let's get rid of the box again. I know, it's a pretty box. It's taking up a lot of room right now. So, we're just going to do that. So, this stack here is everything you need to actually run the game. Yes, like I said, you don't necessarily need the Taroka deck. This is the main stuff. What they have done is they have separated this. So here is the adventure. Here is the Taroka deck. And here's the monsters. We'll get into that in a little bit. Then we've got a giant map that I'm not going to fully unfold because, I mean, I guess spoilers and whatnot, but, also table space. It's one side got a map of Barovia and places around it, and then on the back side, it's got a very cool map of Castle Ravenloft. So lots of fun to be had there. After that, there's handouts. I love handouts. If you listen to the Difficulty Class podcast, my wife absolutely loves and adores handouts, and it's printed on this really nice feeling paper. And yeah, it looks like how it did in the printed book with the sides and everything, but I mean, maybe you could cut it out. I think I'm trying to hold it up to the light so I can see. I think it's on the same side, so you might be able to line it up perfectly. So you might be able to cut it out, but even if not, this is going to be a cool thing to be able to hand your players. Next, we've got the DM screen, which has the artwork from the postcards on it. I believe this was why the artwork was originally created, and then they were like, what if we made postcards? So we've got the four places: Murder House, Ravenloft, Markovia, and the Bone Grinder. And then, players, maybe avert your eyes. I don't know. Just don't read. Inside, it is set up very much like a normal DM screen with the conditions in the middle. However, as you go around, you can see that there is nighttime random encounters, daytime random encounters, rules for suffocation, because that's a thing, reading the Taroka deck. And then the other side actually has... I keep bumping into everything here. I apologize. I'm sorry. It's got more things about the area, distance covered, all that fun stuff. This is even better in my opinion than the one that you could buy separately, and also just looks so pretty. This will definitely make a centerpiece at your table. All right, let's move these things away and start talking about this. So I'm actually going to put these two books aside for right now, and we're going to talk about this thing. So this, as you can see, is the revamped edition. I love the fact that they felt the need to put it on there. The first thing you are absolutely going to notice about this, besides revamped, is it's not a hardcover. This is a floppy book. But I will say, when I heard that, I wasn't pleased. But holding this in my hand now, it's actually really well put together. It doesn't feel like it's going to just fall apart over time. Hey, it wouldn't be a difficulty class thing if I didn't bring up Fantasy Flight Star Wars. If you ever got one of their preview copies of one of the core books, it's that kind of quality. This feels good. It doesn't feel like it's gonna fall apart. And the inside is still the same kind of quality as all the other books that we have. Now, this is the revamped edition. It's not just that because of all of this. This has been updated to remove the problematic language used for Vistani, the ableist way that they had Esmeralda acting about her leg. So this has been updated. This has been... They've looked at it with a better eye. They've had sensitivity readers and whatnot take a look at it. So this is right now the best version of the book. The D&D Beyond one is also updated, and the hardcover, the original one, will be updated with, I think that's happening in January when those books come out, but I could be wrong. Definitely check out for yourself. So that alone is a really big plus for this one. So besides that, everything else inside is the same. The layout is the same, artwork is the same, all that fun stuff. But what they have done is they've removed the monsters into the second book. So now you can actually have... All right, let's... I'm not going to spoil things, but like, okay, we got this. So you can have your book open to a map, and then at the same time have your monster stats open. We're not going to look at that. And be able to play like that without having to, it's like, all right, so you're going to go up to that square. Okay, so we're going to do the monster. All right, that hits. All right, now we're going to go back to here. Oh, okay, he's got to do a reaction. So instead of having to flip back and forth, they've separated these two out. I love this. Honestly, if they started doing campaign adventures more as box sets than just a hardcover book, as much as I love how the hardcover books look on my shelf, I think this is a better way to do it, because having everything in one book that I got to flip back and forth from, or having the handouts and not having to like scan them or find them online or anything like that, I actually think this might be a better way to do stuff. The Taroga deck book is probably the one that I'm most disappointed in, because I was really hoping that when you do the Taroga deck part of the campaign, that this is all that you would need. However, it's just the back part of the book where it was just like, hey, here's what the Taroga deck is about, the history of it, and then artwork. And that's it. That's all there is. It doesn't actually have how to use the deck in game, and that's massively disappointing to me, because you have a whole book called Taroga deck, and it's not what you use for the campaign. I know this is a tiny gripe. It's very nitpicky, but that's what I thought when I saw it, and when I opened it up, I'm like, oh, this is very lackluster. This feels more like a catalog than an actual thing, and especially since like. Originally in there, the reason why these cards were there was so that if you didn't buy the Taroga deck, you could show your players what the card looked like that was pulled. But this box literally has a Taroga deck in it, so that's a little confusing, a little disappointing. But overall, I think this is a really good box. It retails for $100. I got it cheaper because I found a deal. So that's nice. But I think right now, like on Amazon, it's going for $80 or something like that. But, this, if you're seeing this in the far-flung future, who knows? This might stop being produced and you got to find it on eBay. But I do think this is a really good box and a really good way to do an adventure. Would I base price $100? That one, $100 seems a little high to me personally. But that is... what is worth it to you, because the fact that the normal book is $50, and then this has the deck, the DM screen, and the box, and and the postcards. So it does have the extra stuff in there that, if you did buy, would probably get you up into that price range, but it is presented in a really nice way. So I guess what I'm saying is, I guess it is worth $100 to me. I think that it is really good for what it is. It's going to help out a lot of DMs play this campaign and feel comfortable playing it and give their players a nice immersive feel. I'm very interested to see what this is going to look like compared to the Beetle and Grimm one, which comes out next month. And if this video does well and you enjoy it, maybe we'll do one of those as well, because I can't stop buying Strahd stuff. So yeah. But yeah, so that is my review anyways of the Curse of Strahd Revamped box with their with their hilarious sleeping Strahd. Look at Strahd. He's just so peaceful. This is him normally just like, I'm disappointed in you, and then he's like, sleeping, thinking about sheep that I bite and suck their blood from. If you enjoyed this, the only way that I'm gonna know is if you leave a comment that's, you know, not being a troll and whatnot. If you like it, if you feel the need to subscribe to this channel to see what else I might do with it, you know, Allie and I might make a few things. Who knows? This is literally an experiment, and I thought this would be a fun thing to first do. Who knows? Maybe I'll do a review of, like, miniatures like this. Well, this isn't very much a miniature, but, like, you know, I could talk about these things and whatnot. So who knows? We'll see what happens. But yeah, the best way to let us know, like, comment, subscribe. Let us know on Twitter at difficultyclass. You can follow us on Instagram at Difficulty Podcast. You can even just write into us and be like, hey, I think this would make a good video, or I really like that video, or this video is shite, but, you know, keep doing what you're doing. You can send that into difficultyclass@gmail.com, and we'd love to have a conversation with you about it. But until next time, have a good game.